Welcome to Truly Art-Rageous. We're back for another video. Do you guys like books? I like books. And one of our favorite books to read at our house is The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And today we're going to be drawing Greg from The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I'm Neil.
I'm Juliet.
And we're going to get into it right now. All right, let's get down to drawing. So for this drawing, you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need a piece of paper. It can be any kind of paper you want. A pencil and an eraser, okay? So let's take a look at Mr. Heffley. So I think we'll probably start at the head. So Greg's head is like kind of almost a C. So it comes around like this. It goes up like this, and we just kind of stop right there.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like you can make hearts with your hands, but like you're like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the next step, what we're gonna do is draw in his nose. His nose is kind of like a sideways U. Goes out like this. And like that. All right. And let's go ahead and drop in his ear, which is on the back of his head here, a little bit lower than the nose. Move that, this. Move that like this. Not sure what that means, but anyway. Back of his ear, again, this one's kind of a C shape as well. And once we have that done, I'm gonna put in his eyes. Just two little dots. One right here, and one right here. And once we have that, we'll go ahead and draw his mouth. And his mouth in this picture is kind of a bean shape, like a pinto bean that you would use for a bean and cheese burrito. Delicious bean and cheese burrito.
That's my favorite thing to get at. Like, does Taco Bell have those? What shop has those that have been?
Really, and any Mexican food.
Rubio's.
Any Mexican food. All right, so there's his mouth. And I'm gonna color mine in.
You don't have to color it in if you don't want to.
Yeah, you can do what you want. You can even change his expression if you want. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to add some hair to him. Like this. And they're just three little lines. Like that. It's like kind of like an arrow that points to his head.
Yeah, but the back part isn't really, like, usually arrows are pretty, like, long in the back.
Yeah, it's a small arrow.
Small arrow.
All right, and now we're gonna add his upper torso here. Just gonna draw two curved lines. One right here, and then another one right here.
Try to match them, I would say.
Yeah, well,
Well, he's pretty weird looking, so.
he's got kind of a hunchback going on, but,
Yeah.
and then we'll cap off the bottom of his shirt right here with another kind of curved line, real shallow curved line there. Okay.
More straight, if you don't know what shallow means.
I'm erasing a little bit of his shirt here because we're gonna drop in his arms. So the first part of his arm is his shoulder, and that's underneath the t-shirt. So we're gonna draw a small bell shape like this. And then we're gonna drop in his arm, which is kind of a noodly arm. His arms don't have like pointy elbows or anything like that. They're just little noodly curved lines like this.
It's a literal noodle.
That's right. There's one side of his arm.
Oh.
And then, keep up here, the other side.
Might make that a little bit shorter side.
once we're done with that, we're gonna do his hand. His hand's just kind of like, almost like you draw a flower. Just loop, 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 and then a last loop. And he only has 4 fingers. So he's a cartoon. All right. I'm gonna draw my line back in there. Actually, I got a little too far there. Okay.
His hands are so weird looking.
Excellent.
I think this is probably the best time I've ever drawn Greg.
That's good. Yeah, the more you draw things, the better you get. Because you learn different techniques and tricks and things like that. All right, and what I did there is I added his other sleeve on the other side of his body because I'm gonna draw his other arm. So same thing, gonna draw a little noodly line.
I love that word. I don't know why.
Noodly line up to here.
Noodle.
And there's a little bit behind here. And a little bit here.
Kind of his elbow is behind the other arm.
That's right. All right. And once you have that, we're gonna add the other hand. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
I know, everybody was just waiting for that to happen. They were like, when is he gonna draw the hand? All right, so loop-de-loop. And then this one's behind the other hand. So that kind of gets cut off.
He's got some big hands in this drawing.
Yeah. You can draw yours a little smaller if you want to. All right. Now let's move on to his legs because he just looks like a big floating ghost right now.
He doesn't look normal. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nope. All right, so we're gonna draw the back side there. So this is kind of like a little S shape. Like that. And then the other side is the same thing. Like that.
I've tried to draw a grape before, so that's how I've practiced.
The more you do it, the better you get.
Looks like he's wearing like a long skirt, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Kinda, huh? All right, so we'll drop the bottom of his jeans right there. Just a little line, and then we're gonna create another curved line. And make sure that these two are matching each other. Same thing on the other side.
Mine looks so funny. Keep it that way though. It's so good.
So matching this one. I'm gonna shave a little off of there because these legs are looking a bit too thick. All right, and then we're going to color in his pants because his pants are dark in the book. Just a little shade.
If you've read the books before, you know that usually, like, unless he's like at the beach, because I'm reading a book right now where he's like at the beach. I forgot what it's called. I think it's The Getaway, and he goes to the beach and stuff. So sometimes he's wearing shorts. But if you've read Diary of the Wimpy Kid, you know what I mean when he has like black pants usually. He's usually just wearing pink.
So we're doing book accurate pants. That's all we do here. All right. So once you have that colored in, we're gonna put his feet on. And his feet are kind of like little sideways pears. So they kind of curve out around the back here.
Noodle.
No, they're not noodles.
No, but
Those
he
are
looks
his
like a
arms.
noodle.
He
My legs.
does look like a noodle. So there's one foot. Kind of curves up like that. And then his other foot.
Good job, that's really good.
Comes out like this. Because it's behind. All right. Getting that other foot going.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Asleep behind the wheel. All right.
Don't really
So
know.
that's our picture of Greg, and if you want to, you can add a little ground line behind him and in front of him, and just a little bit of shade.
I'm not gonna draw the shade because usually in the book, I mean, this is more of a real life kind of drawing, kind of, I guess, I don't know. But in the book, he's usually like, he doesn't usually have like a shadow.
Okay.
There's not a lot of shadows in the book, I guess.
Okay.
It's more of a cartoon, so I'm not gonna draw the shadow.
And speaking of cartoon or comic, if you want to,
It's my idea.
you can, yep, it was Juliet's idea. We can make Mr. Greg here have a word bubble.
You can put whatever you want inside it.
The first part of the word bubble looks like a
Kind of a bee.
shark fin,
Yeah, or a shark fin, yeah.
and the other part of the bowl looks like a bubble.
Shark fin bubble.
Go figure. Alright, coming up over here like this.
And it doesn't have to be huge. Like in the book, like whenever he's like telling a thought, it's like a humongous bubble. Like usually it's like that big in the book. So I'm just gonna draw mine a little smaller though, cause like.
And I'm gonna put some words in it.
Oh no.
All right, that's Greg Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Thanks everybody for joining us, and I hope you guys had lots of fun. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.